Hi, my name is Andrew Morrison. I'm with Team 47, and this is our final case proposal for B Suite. First, let's discuss hiring. Hiring is a very delicate process. We want to make sure that we tell them exactly what they're being hired for, and we want to know exactly what the position's about. This leads us to a job analysis. This is going to give us a description of what the job is actually about, what the job actually is, how to do the job, and who you've got to interact with to get things done. Another thing we want to do is hire experienced managers. Now, this may just seem rudimentary, but this is a very key component because these individuals are going to be the ones who will want to learn and lead at the same time. Let's talk a little bit about training. We want to make sure that new management is extremely efficient and absolutely accurate. We want to make sure that their skills are honed with special programs that teach them these particular skills. Specialized skill matching is extremely important in management, and we want to put aces in their places. We want to make sure that all managers who have the capacity to do a particular skill has the absolute canvas to do it. The training and development begins with a new trainee paired with a senior manager. Mentorships are extremely powerful. A study at WSSU has proved extremely effective, and we encourage that you give it a try. Another very important step is to get that feedback from peers during this training process. You want to create a culture that allows people to express themselves freely. You want to encourage workers to say things that are on their minds in a very constructive way. What we encourage is a 360-degree approach, which allows exactly that. It's going to allow everybody who is involved in this training process from the top down to give a little bit of weight on what they experienced. Through this process, feedback through peers is extremely important, as it's going to encourage a participatory management style. It's going to allow employees to contribute to decisions that affect them. Management displays conscientiousness. Google did a research project called Google Oxygen. This was a research project that helped managers kind of find out what the best way to manage things was. Essentially, the managers over at Google help guide their subordinates rather than assigning blame, and they're able to implement effective solutions. They're more interested in things like restorative justice. Essentially, what we want to do is make sure that the employee feels that they are growing with the company and that the managers are able to perform their role by leading. The results of Project Oxygen explore the performance of Google's best technical managers. The most instrumental element was making that connection. Retention is going to come naturally from a very strong culture of employees who feel respected, included, and valued. When things are running smoothly, culture can be a force multiplier. To further enhance our retention, we're going to need to create some incentive programs. Firstly, you can use monetary means such as bonuses for individual performance or gift cards or raises. There are non-monetary options such as public recognition like Employee of the Month, Employee of the Week. You can even offer extra time off or even paid time off. Lastly, you could create your own incentive system. Unilever developed an incentive system within their company and it proved extremely effective. They called it the UFlex Reward. You see, big organizations are having to change how they work, and a lot of what we see up and coming in business is some of the smaller entrepreneurial is what's winning. First, I want to talk about the retention of women particularly, and with the hygiene factors, the working conditions. Jovanovska 2024 stated that one reason women leave work is because they prioritize their health and their family over their work. Baldwin 2020 stated that if hygiene factors in the workplace are absent or lacking, workers are prone to be dissatisfied. Companies offering parental leave and child care services are the hygiene factors that will prevent job dissatisfaction in women. Once the hygiene areas are addressed, the motivators will promote job satisfaction and encourage production. This allows women to focus on their work responsibilities without stressing over their personal responsibilities. These are the top 3 reasons that we find women leave their careers. Firstly, no growth. They prefer positions that offer professional and personal growth. The company needs to be offering opportunity for women to grow. The second reason that women leave positions is because of health and family. They leave because childcare is expensive. They need to care for their family. A suggestion would to be offer some health programs or incentivize with a childcare program. You also need to take care of the work-life balance. Women leave because of long commutes, long hours, unexpected schedules, and changes. You need to make sure that there is clear communication, and you need to talk about staying consistent with working hours. Land O'Lakes promotes their benefits with your total compensation is more than just a paycheck. Protecting your overall health and wellness is our top priority, and that is attracting potential applicants, and I feel this is an extremely successful approach. We want to make sure that to hire more women roles, we need to be engaging with the community. We need to offer classes on skills related to the trade. We need to mentor students who are interested in a career within the industry. We need to go into school programs so that students get the exposure. Hosting community events and open houses provides hands-on activities with job fairs that can be women-focused. We can offer resume building services and booths to make it easier for those women to apply. All of this within the community is increasing the potential applicants that are ready to hire. Build relationships and connections. You want to go into the environment and welcome them into your company. You want to make sure that there is a heavy presence of your company and that new hires are engaging with current employees. These are 5 position marketing strategies for women that we think can absolutely help the company. The first strategy is compatibility focus. We want to make sure that lifestyles are going to align with the company's mission. We are in it for the long-term retention. Secondly, for marketing to females, we want to make sure that it is a strategic job post. We want to make sure that we are targeting locations such as female gyms and agricultural, gardening, social media meetups. Third, we want to outreach for female skill. We want to ensure that the company presence is posted in female-dominated workspaces. Fourth, we want to focus on job marketing for the gender we want, which means that we need to frame the job descriptions to attract these diverse candidates, and we need to avoid any unintentional bias. A quote from Land O'Lakes is, their goal was to develop a network between minority agriculture, natural resource students, and professionals from academic institutions, government entities, and organizations within the industry. I find that Land O'Lakes is seeing a lot of success with reaching out with very diverse groups of workers. In conclusion, employee development is essential to long-term success. Our system creates a clear, scalable pathway for training future production managers through job shadowing, mentorship, and scenario-based learning. To recap, we want to make sure that retention and motivation are enhanced through structured feedback, incentive programs, and recognition strategies that align with the company goals and employee aspirations. Our proposal includes targeted recruitment and onboarding efforts with a focus on attracting a more diverse workforce, addressing gender disparities in operations. Lastly, by investing in human capital and inclusive hiring practices, B-Suite Citrus can reduce any turnover, increase productivity, and cultivate a leadership pipeline ready to support the company's growth. These recommendations empower B-Suite Citrus to not just retain talent, but to lead this industry in a people-first agricultural management. Thank you so much for listening. A special thanks to Fresno State for giving us the opportunity and B-Suite for partnering with the school in order for us to do this project. We absolutely had a lot of fun. And again, thank you for listening, and we hope to see you the next time.